Hello, welcome to the webinar. I'm Haibo Li, a professor of media technology at KTH in Sweden. Today's topic is story-driven data analytics. In this talk, I will present three distinct approaches to the data analytics, beginning with an introduction to a specific application case. Recently, we are running a joint analytics project with a famous European wine company. The theme of the project is to study, can big data analytics disrupt the century-old wine industry? This project leads to a challenging question: how to run a data analytics project. Why is it a challenge? See, this is what the wine company want us to do. From their questions, one can see that data analytics is unfamiliar territory for them. They are uncertain about the capabilities of the big data analysis, and more critically, they are unsure of their own objectives in the domain. This application scenario shows some of the common challenges one might encounter in various business contexts when approaching the data analytics. How to start a data analytics project? It's wise to understand the big data stack first. Why? Because this stack can guide us on how to carry out a data analytics project. Let's start at the top of the stack. This indicates that we can initiate the project with a business goal in mind. Essentially, focus on the primary objective of the data analysis. There are typically three objectives in the data analytics. The first, to obtain information about the business, such as acquiring a survey of current business or sales data. Another purpose is to validate certain beliefs. For instance, a manager might firmly believe that the wine sales are dependent on the inflation and need data to substantiate his judgment. The third type of data analytics is exploratory. Data exploration is needed when the situation are quite complicated. For example, in the situations where we don't know where we are going, we don't know how to get there. Such kind of problems are called vector problems. Here we see some characteristics of the vector problems. For example, it's difficult to clearly define. Frequently, they are not stable, usually no clear solutions. So, for such kind of complex issue, we must explore data analytics for exploration, both to define the problems and to identify solutions. With a clear business objectives in mind, we can derive insights from the data. This aligns with the second layer of the big data stack. Essentially, insights can be obtained through four types of data analytics. The first is the descriptive analysis, capture some system condition. The second is we can do diagnostic analysis, say if something went wrong, we can run examination of the course and more. That's it. With those 4 types data analytics, we can answer the following 5 questions. So even better, based on the data analysis, we could articulate 5 distinct data analytics stories. What happened? Why it happened? What will happen? What action to take? If we go down further, we can list all the big data algorithm behind the data analytics. Here are typical data mining tasks one can expect a computer to do, like classification, regression, clustering, association. At base of the stack lies the data. Data can be categorized into primary and secondary types. With existing datasets, one can access secondary data. However, when collect new data, it must be done first-hand, means that you can only obtain primary new data. When we have a good understanding of this big data stack, we can explore how to use the stack to guide us in executing a data analytics project. The first approach to run a data analytics project is to take a data-driven approach. This approach starts from the bottom, from data to business goal. So that's why it's called the bottom-up approach. In this approach, involves making decisions, uncovering insights, or solving problems based on data analytics, evidence, and observation, rather than rely on theory. In this approach, data scientists are free to use any datasets. The idea is to encourage them to use their own creativity to uncover unexpected and valuable knowledge, patterns, or association from the database. Just like in the well-known story from data analytics, through the analysis of sales data, one discovered the beer sales are strongly correlated with the diaper sales. Likewise, when working for the wine companies, you might discover that the wine sales are somehow correlated with the air ticket sales, for example. If this is true, this suggests that tourist data can be leveraged to enhance the data analytics of the wine sales. Doing so, we have to realize there is a significant risk of overextended creativity with a data-driven approach. You might be familiar with this photo, knowledge and experience photo. Those are the extracted the pattern. If someone perceives a cat in it, we are sure that this is overreach. In machine learning language, it is overfitting. Sometimes even worse. So if after that analytics, one claimed that he found a correlation between the wine sales and the US crude oil import from Norway, then we should know that it is most likely misguided. What's been identified is only a spurious relationship. Spurious relationship is due to the overfitting. Overfitting happens when we have too many hypotheses and have not enough data to tell them apart. The second approach is top-down. It starts from the data analytics from business goal. In many companies, managers are hesitant to allow technical experts to conduct data analytics without specific goals and directions. They often complain that the insights derived from such data analytics are irrelevant. Those managers that believe they have extensive experience and knowledge in the field. So that's why often they have a clear vision of what types association they are looking for. For example, they might assert that the quality of wine is top priority and are firmly convinced of a relationship between the wine taste and the weather. They want to use the weather data to predict the quality of wine. So that's why the director technical team to identify such kind of relationship use the data analytics. If the team doesn't have access to the weather data, the company is willing to buy the necessary datasets. The data scientist's role is to compile data to support their findings. Here, we have to point out again, the approach carries potential ethical risk, unintentionally misleading stakeholders with the data. Nevertheless, the objectives are consistently achieved. The third one approach is totally different. It starts either from data nor business goal. It starts from the story. That's a story-driven approach. This approach has an emphasis on storytelling, human-centric thinking, and the discovery of the hidden narrative within the data. Since the end of the project is to tell story, therefore it's more natural to use story to drive a data analysis, as we know that with the data analytics, we can at least to tell 5 types of stories. In practice, to effectively address the complex issue of the data analysis for solving the wicked problems, it's essential to establish a cooperative team consists of both business people such as manager and technical expert to work on the big data. The challenge for cooperation is that the manager and the technical team speak different language. Therefore, it is essential for them to talk in the same language. A story can serve as this common language. Use a story that can address data analysis in 2 critical domains, problem focus and a time framework. From the focus, we can discuss what kind of decisions to be expected. It's about what, why, or how. From time framework, we know what type data can be collected. Once story types have been determined, storytellers and the data scientists can return to the team. With the technical team that can go into the details to discuss how to explore specific machine learning techniques, such as clustering or regression, or the story analysis. So in this way, then we can put all the terms on the one table. Over the table, the business and technical people can work together to do data and task exploration. For example, one could utilize advanced pre-scripted data analysis to explore actionable insight. Here, consider a story around the discount, such as, would a 10% discount exclusively on Saturdays boost wine sales? To tell this story, data analytics can be conducted to determine what strategic actions should be taken. Okay, so in conclusion, we addressed the initial questions of how to execute a data analytics project. In this talk, I have shown 3 approaches. Here is the comparison between them. Hopefully, this will help you to determine which approach is the best suitable for the specific cases. Thank you very much.